these new guys paying immediate dividends. You see it combined 49 points, bringing a lot of energy. So we'd like to bring in George Hill via Arena Link. Thank you for taking the time to spend with us, George. Hey, LeBron just mentioned you, actually said George was just in Sacramento. Now we're here to make this playoff run together. What's it like to be in this situation now, playing with the Cleveland Cavaliers headed towards the playoffs?
I mean, it's fun. You know, it's tonight show that, you know, all the guys out there having fun, playing for one another on the defensive end and the offensive end. And, you know, we haven't gelled yet, but if it looks like that, then I think we have a chance to be something special.
George, you come from Sacramento where you were destined not to go to the playoffs. Now you come back to the Cleveland Cavaliers and you're going to be in the thick of the playoffs. LeBron seemed energized. How do you feel?
I'm just blessed, you know, for the opportunity, for the GM and all that in this organization to even give me an opportunity. So take advantage of the opportunity, don't take it for granted, and just here to work.
George, being one of the veterans on this team right now and coming from Sacramento, and now all of a sudden you're playing with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers with all the expectations, what's going to be your conversation on the bus, on the plane, at practice with these young guys who've never experienced, one, the playoffs like this, and two, with the expectations of not only making the playoffs, but going deep into the playoffs?
Well, first thing is just tell them don't take anything for granted. You know, I was in not a great situation, you know, recently, maybe not even going to make the playoffs. So to get the opportunity to do it again, I count my blessings. So the first thing is not take it for granted and just have fun with it. Live every day like it's your last because you never know when it is. So that's what we got to do. Just have fun, get to know each other, and be great teammates.
George, we want to make sure we don't just downplay your career, actually, with the Spurs, with the Pacers. You've been battle-tested in the playoffs. A lot of these young guys coming in with you haven't been in those sort of situations. What are some lessons that you're going to be able to teach them as well?
That it's a game of possessions. You know, we got to, you know, continue to fight, continue to communicate. I think like tonight showed that if we communicate, we can do a whole lot of things, especially on the defensive end. When guys were beat, we had other guys communicating, saying that they're there and things like that. So just show that, you know, we can get deep in the playoffs once we start communicating and gelling the right way.
Hey, George, my last question for you. One, you guys ruined Paul Pierce's retirement ceremony. And two, can you guys be this group? Can this group overcome the Eastern Conference and overtake Toronto and fight for that Eastern Conference championship that everyone picked the Cleveland Cavaliers to contend for this year?
I think so. You know, this is just a start for us. We haven't, you know, really, this is our first game, our one practice underneath our belt. So once we get familiar with one another, start playing a little bit better, shooting a little bit better, get our wind back underneath us, get our feet back underneath us, this energy, you know, let alone out there on the court and in the locker room has been great so far.